Mad River Gorge and Nature Preserve, found here in Springfield, Ohio, can best be described as a hidden gem. At the top, we see nice trails and trees filled with beautiful birds. But venture through the rocks, down into the gorge, and you find yourself surrounded by woods, hiking trails, wetlands, Mad River, and by massive walls of rock. With the help of the Ohio Climbers Coalition, these rock faces have been transformed into a climber's playground. There are bolted routes up the rock for sport and trad, as well as bouldering routes. But what about the rocks they're climbing on? Let's take a closer look. Mad River Gorge consists of two massive walls of rock on the north and on the south side of the park. Working inward, you see a river floodplain, and running through the center is the Mad River. What you find here in the walls of the gorge are the formations of an overlain Cedarville dolomite and the under Springfield dolomite. Because the Springfield dolomite is less resistant, it creates these fascinating overhangs all across the cliff face. This erosion of the Springfield dolomite maintains the steep vertical faces of the Cedarville, making it perfect for climbing. But when the weight becomes too much to bear, the Cedarville collapses into the gorge. This creates the large blocks ideal for bouldering. Both of these rock layers began their formation during the Silurian time period. That was about 430 to 420 million years ago. At that time, these cliffs would have been a warm, shallow sea environment, a perfect place for a vacation. And with a little bit of searching, you can actually see the former sea life, including these pentamerid brachiopods, fossilized forever into the bottom of the Cedarville dolomite. But we wouldn't be able to see these fossils without the help of this. Tens of thousands of years ago, this gorge is believed to have once been roughly a 240-foot deep valley created by the Tees River. However, after the glaciation of Ohio, the valley was filled with approximately 165 feet of sand and gravel outwash, leaving what we can see today. But this area is not done changing whatsoever. As the Mad River flows, the river changes. And when floods come along, the unrelenting flow affects everything in its path. The water breaks the banks and flattens vegetation, while also moving large amounts of sediment down the river. The river constantly changing. Now, how did this great park come to be? To start, it wasn't always as nice to look at as it is today.
Anytime you have big cliffs like this, it was just natural for farmers, homeowners, to use those as their trash dump. You know, you take your trash and dump it over the edge and you wouldn't have to worry about it again.
These cliffs were once covered in unwanted trash. But that wasn't all.
There was a mobile home park up at the top of the gorge that was really, in business from about 1993 till 2007. In 2007, the EPA declared the drinking water unsafe, and they shut down the mobile home park.
Even more trash dumped over these cliffs, but it didn't last long.
So Mad River Township and the Clark County Combined Health District came together to clean up the environmental hazard. We really were fortunate to have a lot of partners. When we had our grand opening of this park, we had over 200 volunteers come out on a weekend. We had over 60 different partners, so organizations, businesses that partnered with us for a big cleanup weekend and grand opening. But we had over 200 volunteers come out. We hauled out 125,000 pounds of garbage, which was just incredible. We do have a program where we encourage people when they come into the park, before they come down the hill, there are plastic buckets. We encourage people to pick up a bucket when they come down and climb, fill the bucket with trash, and take it back up and set it there, and we'll take it from there. But one of our major partners here is the Ohio Climbers Coalition. So when they heard that we were applying for a grant, they reached out to us, and at first I was a little hesitant, the climbers, what are they going to do to the natural environment? Are they going to hurt things? Are they going to trample the wildflowers? But after meeting with them out here, we, quickly learned that they are a conservation organization as well. And they have done so much to help improve the trails and the access for people out here. And the stairs are an incredible thing in itself, because those were all built by volunteers. And it started with a local individual who just was looking for something to do right after he'd retired. And he started dragging rocks from all over the park and started building the steps. And then on those major weekends that we've had, volunteers completed those. So now we have 91 acres of land preserved for the nature, the beauty, for climbing, for outdoor recreation, for bird watching, hiking. As soon as you get down between the rock and turn and look, it's that aha moment. You turn and see the beauty of these rocks that you had no idea were here. And it's a gorgeous natural feature, beautiful natural environment here, because we've got the river and the rock and the woods. So the wildflowers and the birds are just fabulous here. That's what I like to come here for.
The nature of Mad River Gorge is only half of its beauty. The other is our visitors, the climbers, the bird watchers, the hikers, and everyone in between. So, pick a nice day, come out to Mad River Gorge Nature Preserve, and enjoy its beauty firsthand.